Welcome to Unsigned 518. I am sitting here with Sime Gezus. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
And we connected because I heard I reviewed Lunatic Monster and for Metroland, and I was so super impressed. I mean, you can tell in the review, but I just wanted to tell you before we got going, just that when I review the albums, I do them as I'm listening to it.
Okay.
I don't listen to it and then listen to it a second or third time and then write it. I write what I'm hearing first impression. And I've listened to it probably, 8 or 10 times since the review.
Nice.
And it's only gotten better.
Sick.
I was listening to it today and I was just like, man, this is really fucking good. Because for me, I am not, much of a hip hop head, but I was back in the 90s,
All right.
the early 90s and shit. And it has so many elements that, while not directly like that, it made me feel like that.
For sure.
So I just wanted to give you props on
I appreciate that,
on the
Andy.
album. It's so fucking good.
Thank you.
And now we can get on with it.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
And no doubt.
But I guess what we want to do, I said we want to just kind of get conversating, but I want to allow you to give your, I guess, origin story or backstory, or kind of pick it up wherever you want.
All right.
And we'll just get going. I want to hear about the man behind the music.
Excellent. So yeah, let's take it back to maybe when I was 10, 12 years old. Grew up in a religious household and had all types of just local church tapes of the pastor, and would tape the radio stations 88.3, 91.5. DJ Toast, shout out to DJ Toast, was rocking way back then still. And I didn't have turntables, but I had a karaoke machine and a Sony tape recorder type thing. And we kind of used that as turntables. One mic came with the karaoke, one came with the recorder. So we kind of just record and make mixed blends off of that. Pause instrumentals, so Red Man with our local pastor Jack preaching and stuff, and run it back and mix it. And so I always kind of was into just weird stuff. Not weird stuff, blends with what I could. My sister had worked at WGY at the time.
Oh, I used to work at WGY.
Okay, you remember Myrna Lamb, I think her name was?
I'm not sure. I go way. What year are we talking here?
Oh,
I was
shoot.
2090. Oh no, I wasn't there until 2006 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was here 2006 to 2011 ish, that little 5-year window.
All right.
So that would have been after. Yeah.
Yeah. So she would bring me to the station, and while she was working, I'd be off in a room playing with the sound effects and the vocal stuff. I messed it up a couple times. Just loved hearing it. And so from there, wasn't really writing, but got into more beat production software, computer software. Then my junior or senior year, I got turntables, and from there, really got into making beats.
Now, do you think, because you were saying how you were using a karaoke machine and a little Sony recorder, it's a theme that comes up a lot, is that I think just working with what you have first, and then progressing into a more sophisticated way of doing it is the way to do it, fucking hands down, every single time.
No doubt.
Because you go in, as soon as you were and then I got the turn to, I'm well, yeah, once you get the right equipment, and then, but you've already got this way of doing it.
Right.
So I love hearing about shit like that.
So the samples, most of the projects I put out have just little obscure clips, and I would record those right off the TV. At the time, grew up watching 80s flicks. Terminator and
Right.
E.T., all of that fly shit when the movies were good. So sample heavy is a big thing, and part of my production, just little clips here and there. Some of my favorite artists are like Madlib, Quasimodo, if you're into that. Dilla, RZA, probably my favorite producer.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Like, I remember like the Shaolin clips in like the Enter the 36 Chambers and like shit like that. And that's like a lot of it reminded me of that. Like with the the samples like that, but also like bringing like the jazz and the piano and shit was like Tribe Called Quest coming in, and like there was like those things, and then there was like I don't know obviously the influences, but that's the shit that I locked right onto, and the more I listened, I was like, oh yeah,
right. So that came just from being curious, putting music together at a young age, and was old computers. We had one computer in the house, and thanks to siblings, my pops for letting me hog it all the time. But this program called EJ, Hip Hop EJ, was pretty cool. Real cheap program, probably $20, and that kind of was like, oh shit. So mixing some of that with the software was like, okay. Because when I had the tables, I didn't have like a sampler, so I was trying to spin the samples freehand for like 3 minutes or whatever and get it on. But yeah, just fell in love with making beats. Spent summers just in the basement. I was perfectly content with not leaving the house, Sometimes still.
Right. I mean, look at where, I've created a space in my house so that I don't fucking have to leave my house.
Fire.
I can do it all right here. And actually, you can't see it. It's hanging right there, but I can turn this room into a movie theater in a matter of like 6 minutes. I can have this, boom. Speakers, everything.
That's fire.
Yeah. So I definitely feel that. But so when you're making a song, is it something that, like, when do the samples come in the process? Because like I liked, like I said, as I listened to it, picking out the samples and what they, you're not just arbitrarily using them; they're for the song,
right?
But like, what part of the process do the samples come in? Like,
usually after the song is made, but like if the beat is made first, it might already have a sample on the beat. But I'd say the majority of the samples go after, like, the song's made.
And they, I'm not wrong in assuming that they have a meaning to the song.
Yeah, definitely for the most part.
There were some that were clear, that I was like, all right. But I love that, as someone who consumes pop culture, like that I found being like, I'm going to figure out where that sample's from. I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to figure out where it's from. I recognize that. But
no doubt.
So good. So, we're talking now, you've gone from, using the karaoke machine, transitioning into turntables, and then once you get computers into it, it's a whole new thing. Because, like, if people don't understand what you're talking about when you're talking about spinning, you're trying to beat match and, like, do all that manually, which is fucking hard, it's hard, and now you can kind of let go of that burden
for sure. But sometimes, like, I still use a SP606, and like I like doing live time with the samples, so there's an easier way to make beats with the SP. And I prefer just doing it live time. It's crazy. It's kind of backwards, but I think that comes from just having that raw, like, I kind of like the offbeat time and just a tad bit. It gives it a little more
soul.
Yeah. So I kind of prefer that still, even though with the modern,
you can
quantize. Oh, shoot, yeah. You can have it right on the money. Yeah. But I kind of like it just a little bit,
Yeah, and I mean that's just like even with like normal or like not normal but like punk bands or whatever that like might play to a click track.
Okay.
There's those that don't, and you can tell, because they're like there's a little more, just like a little more fucking something to it, and it's a skill to be able to play to that click and still give it the soul, like which it's a tough thing, but I get that. I like the going in a little free with it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, dig it.
And so what year, now that we're, into computers, you're making beats, you're spending your summers, like at what year did you start like releasing music?
The first project was in 2000. Like I was going to, it was called Mass Comm College, and had met up with this guy, Kid Star, Boston resident, and we did he did a project, I produced it. That was in 2000, was like the first, I guess, release you could say. I was just going by Sime G at the time. And from there, I kind of just was making beats and getting to know different MCs, the area. I didn't really release anything until, Shane from Super Dark.
Yep.
Like we linked up in probably 2005-ish with some guys and started putting projects out. I'd say around then was like the first demos, and I sent my first demo. Shout out to Seb Static on a tape cassette, and I'd say about 05, 06. It was the first time,
And you don't just produce stuff or make beats for yourself. You like you were saying, you linked up with other MCs, so like you do a lot of stuff for other artists, and, like collaboration.
Definitely, and also like a lot of guys, I'm rhyming over a ton of different producer stuff too. So it's endless beats. Going forward, I'm hoping to do a little more of my own production. Produce full projects, but so many beats and dope producers. It's it's
a
fun.
collective. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I think we should probably play a song. Which one do you want to play first?
Let's play "Ain't Around to See It" featuring B. Austin.
Oh, I know B. Austin.
Yeah,
I think I mentioned him in the article.
Doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, he's been on the show.
Word. Off Lunatic Monster, streaming everywhere now. Sime Gezus.
Let's check it out, and then we'll be right back to talk some more with Sime Gezus.
It rained the day of the funeral. We stood around her grave under black umbrellas. I made life all about progress.
Yeah. I show these boys what to do with it. Even if I'm broke, I'll be stunting in the new fitted. 12 interrogating, nah, we don't know who did it. From Keosol to a farm with the roof missing. They used to clown, I smile with my tooth missing. Need to go harder cause my mama need a new kitchen. In the stew whipping, everything we do hitting. Like Judge, young boys on the stoop pitching. Garrett Cole, gas got me paranoid. Balenciaga's ugly, just the J's, I'll take a pair of those. Jeans and Mary, headband, loose joints. Run that game on hoes off the bench, 32 points. Gave a D Rose, D Rose. Grinding all my life, it's only right that we see O's. Paid agents, haters act like COs. On some cop shit, your bitch on my... Good things come to those who be waiting, right? Shitty job in the morning, I lay awake at night. Watch your back, Judas try and take your life. Keep moving forward, my niggas, and get your paper right. Good things come to those who be waiting, right? Shitty job in the morning, I lay awake at night. Watch your back, Judas try and take your life. Keep moving forward, my niggas, and get your paper right.
Patience is a virtue, my dude, it's true. I'll never be upset about the things that I go through. Grinding with the pain, once in a while you see me smile. Fuck the fame, those lames switch up when I come around. Good things come to those that be working, never skip a beat. 16 years I stayed strong, me and Sime Gezus, we in too deep. I rep the 518 till I die in the source community. It's all timing, with the power of knowledge I'm staying wise, I can't lose. I choose to win with God on my side. All my niggas dead or in jail from slinging pies. I pray my brother never commit suicide, cause this life can give you battle scars with wars within. Temptation from these bottles, no juice, just gin. Women with pretty skin want more than some ends, with patient determination, discipline, and the will to win. Good things come to those that be working, never skip the beat. 16 years I stay strong, me and Sime Gezus, we in too deep. I rep the 518 till I die in the sauce community. Good things come to those that be working, never skip the beat. 16 years I stayed strong, me and Sime Gezus, we in too deep. I rep the 518 till I die in the sauce community.
All right, that was Ain't Around to See It, featuring B. Austin from Sime Gezus. And that one is off Lunatic Monster. And if you would like, you could go to themetrolands.com and read my review of Lunatic Monster. I obviously thoroughly enjoyed it. But so that was a collaboration with B. Austin on that track. But there's other exciting and cool collaborations on there as well.
Absolutely. The track Unlocked Film with Bastard Sorcerer, a.k.a. Shane Sanchez, Super Dark. Shout out to Super Dark, a.k.a. Sun Burdens. He's got more a.k.a. aliases than me. Witch Doctor Psychiatrist, Sushi Chiba, a.k.a. Scissorhands. But anyway, Unlocked Film came together really quick. Made the beat one night, sent it over to him. I think I might have had my verse already ready, and he sent his back quick. And shout out to Shane, Bastard Sorcerer. We got about 7, 8, 9 tracks we're about to release at some point. Real rough, gritty, raw. Sounds like it came out of a 4-track rough recording, and he kind of digs that sound. Like, it kind of fits the Super Dark, so definitely check for that.
And that is not out yet, or is out yet?
Not out yet. A couple singles on the Loose Joints collective.bandcamp.com. Blick at You and Shoot to Be Free. Those 2 singles are out by Sime Gezus and Bastard Sorcerer. Yeah, so if you like Unlocked Film off Lunatic Monster, go to the Loose Joints Bandcamp page, and there's a couple more singles that are fly.
And then, so who else was on Lunatic Monster?
That was it for MCs, but producers, a vast variety. My goodness. Myself, Isaac No Beat, El Sphinx, Lo-Fi Samurai, Geo, and 2 features, Ryman, B. Austin, Bastard Sorcerer.
And that is available now everywhere that you can get.
All streaming sites. If you want to get the digital copy on Bandcamp, that's available too on the Loose Joints collective.bandcamp.com site.
And then you were talking while we were listening to the song, you were saying there was another collaboration that you'd been working on.
Yes, MC Slow Pace. Yeah. Down with Happy Pollen Music. Shout out to Slow Pace. J Burns J, Boom Squad. We released right before Lunatic Monster a little short EP called Cut to the Chase. 3 tracks. Slow Pace, J Burns J out of Jersey, and Boom Squad, and myself. And that's available right now on the Loose Joints Bandcamp. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, and I'll link on the show notes for anybody listening that cool. They can just click on it and it'll take you to the Loose Joints Collective Bandcamp. Make it easier to support music. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Thank you.
So what else is coming down the pike? You know, now at this point in the story, you've started with the karaoke machine leading up, and again, for anybody listening, I can't stress it enough. Like, don't wait for fucking lessons or the proper instrument to just grab whatever you have, and that's how you start. And that is, in my opinion, a way to get the solid start, because then once you graduate into the next step, you're coming into it with your own creativity, but now you're learning, and it's just it's the way to go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So we're all the way up to where you've not only, made your own stuff on the karaoke machine, but up through the computers and making beats for other people and emceeing on other stuff. And I guess what's coming next?
Next is going to be more solo focused, and solo production as well, as kind of where things are evolving to, which I'm excited for, because some of the new production, that's, it took a long time to get to where I feel pretty good, where it's at.
And that's a different skill, like, on its own.
Man.
Like the producing, the behind the scenes stuff, it's hard to, almost like it's like operating on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if it's your project and you're dissecting it and you're like, it's got to be a lot fucking harder than working on someone else's stuff.
Goodness, for sure. It is. And like everyone says, we're our own worst critic.
Right.
That's super true. So, I take my time with projects and try and craft them up pretty nice.
Hell yeah. So before we go, I think we should hear another song.
Absolutely.
Which one do you want to play?
So this is a brand new joint by Pete Pluto, which is a.k.a. Sime Gezus. So many aliases, I know. But this track is called Bo Nix, produced by Isaac No Beat. And the Loose Joints Instagram page, you can see the mini video that goes with it. So check out Bo Nix by Pete Pluto.
All right, let's check out Bo Nix, and then we'll be right back to wrap it up with Sime Gezus.
I ain't supposed to be here. I found me a loophole. Float like a new soul. Fuse blow, dimmer than a pool hole. Back to your legs, pool holes, my new bowl. Bowl, Ronnie King. Slow flow bodying. Dolo dirt doer, cause paid agents gotta sing. River rats gossiping. Lock and load, bada bing. Y'all never been through real shit. Rap about not a thing. These style equivalent to Klonopin. Fall asleep, every track you on, DJ's not gon' spin. Broken Yahtzee, white men, white women voted for a token Nazi. Shinobi hockey, another stabbing, abandoned cabin. Bill of rights get you killed on ice. Blood dry like a phone in a bag that's filled with rice. I got a hateful heart that overflows with nice. I need a chain that sparkles, overflows with ice. Johnny Dang, check on your strong friend, he probably hang. Like interrupted girl, I love you mom, but fuck this world. I'm burned out trying to stay ahead. Bitches bogart the fish, they just wanna take the bread. I'm trying to shake the feds. And yo, I ball from this damn stress. I just wanna shake my dreads. Befriend enemies, start to hate your friends. My women friend got miscarriages made out of sin. Metal found in medications, take out the tin. I'm out to win. High-headed Aries trying to keep my head cool. Yo, I'm ugly like Deadpool. With a limp, I'm a walking dead man. More blended than Redman. My middle name must be He Ain't Shit. Who opened up a KRS? That freestyle was whack, he ain't spit. Popularity and legends don't mix. Over here it's no Giants and no Knicks. I'm alone with your bitch. Pants down with dope kicks. Working out, no Bowflex. She on my Bronco Bo Nix. Can't nobody fuck with me. Do this in my sleep. Grimy raw shit. Fourth floor, I ain't supposed to be here. Grimy raw shit. Fourth floor, I ain't even supposed to be here, son.
Nah, man, just maintain.
We in a simulation.
try and get some sleep. I found the loophole. Trying to eat somewhere healthy. I found the loophole. I ain't supposed to be here. Running together at this point. I ain't supposed to be here. Simulation. I found the loophole. We in a simulation. Orange Man's the president. Nah, man. Yo, we hope for the best no matter what. Stay positive. Found the loophole.
Nobody thinks or talks about, but he's already picked over up 130 yards on the ground this year, and most of them have been scrambles like this. He's very elusive once he gets into the open field, and here he has a big gainer. It's one of the biggest ones of the day.
All right, that was Bo Nix, Pete Pluto, a.k.a. Sime Gezus. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come up here and do this. It was really cool to be able to meet you and have this conversation after becoming familiar with your latest EP and liking it so much and having it on. It's great music to fucking write to, by the way.
Dope.
Like I've used it to write to, and it's nice. But anyway, before we go, like I do with all my guests, I just want to give you a chance to say what I refer to as your gratitudes.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you, Andy, for the dope review and for inviting me down for the podcast segment. Appreciate it. 518.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Shout out to the guys that are, throwing shows, the venues in the area, all the support, the MCs. Hopefully we get some more hip hop shows going for 2025. Radio show, Loose Joints Radio's been down in hiatus for a solid year or two, but looking to bring that back in 2025. And shout out to all the radio stations supporting local music. Big ups. Shout out to my family and everyone supporting me too, no doubt.
All right. So he is Sime Gezus. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518, and I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you'd like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.